Hello, traders. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as you can see, this video is called Holy Cow, another winning week with no losses. Okay, I need to start off with a no bull sermon. I need to get this out of the way first. If you're receiving my free signals, I often wonder how many of you really appreciate and take advantage of my free service. I know a lot of you do, but there are some of you who I believe don't. I don't think some of you are ready to trade Forex. Maybe not now or ever. Now, why do I say this? Well, here are my top two reasons. Some of you aren't putting enough quality time in a week to learn and follow my instructions. How much time do I ask of you in order to acquire a life-changing skill for making money? Well, how about only 2 hours approximately per week? Are you surprised at how little you need? So over 4 trading days in a week, that's a little over 20 minutes per day after I send my trade signal email, and maybe about an hour, about a half an hour on the weekly follow-up video. The second reason is some of you aren't fully ready to accept all of my trade signals, and you want to curve fit your analysis to test my signals, or you want to change my strategy to the way you've always traded, thinking you can improve your own inconsistent trading system. It just won't work. Aren't you the same traders who in the past failed over and over again? Now I'm telling you, your results are not going to be the same like mine and probably will never be. So you've got a choice to make. If you're going to follow my program, guys, then you'll have to follow my instructions and do it right. If you ignore some of my trade signals because of your self-analysis, you may be missing out on some of my most profitable trades. You may think I'm a little bit harsh with my no bull sermon, okay? And I do want to mention that I'm not targeting any specific people or anything like that. So it's not personal, but in general, I get a feeling that there's a lot of people not really following my program the way it was designed to be. So, but I do want to congratulate you if you're following my program and you're making some money and you're finding success for the very first time. You're constantly keeping in touch with me without me telling you, which is really much appreciated. Okay, let's cut the bull. I want to say, holy cow, we've had another winning week with no losses. We'll look at the past week's trade results, and then I'll have a mini lesson on installing the currency strength lines indicator, which I sent out last week. Okay, guys, this is me. My name is Martin, and I'm a proud Canadian trader. You can see that right here. And if you want to receive my free Forex signals, which, by the way, are still pretty close to 80%, okay, winning rate, all you have to do is send me your email, and here it is right here. Send it to mskyj007 at gmail.com. And I'll repeat this once more a little bit later on, okay? So before we start looking at last week's previous trade signal results, and remember, they're all winners, okay? Here's my humble disclaimer. You can pause the video anytime, but basically, my free signal service is an educational program only, okay? I'm trying to teach you how to trade correctly and not give you any specific investment advice. It's your responsibility to evaluate the relevance of my advice and content. Now, don't blame me if you lose all your money. You probably weren't paying attention to what I'm teaching you, and you're not following my instructions. Since we're trading with real money, only risk a maximum 1% of your account balance. If you have a larger account, you can go up to 2% of your account balance. But again, please watch how much money you trade with. And for new traders, please trade on a demo account only for at least the next 2 or 3 months until you understand our system. Okay, so let's go take a look right at last week's results, guys, and it's getting really, really good here. I don't know. Some of you probably remember I had 2 losing trades in a row. That was a few weeks ago, and I just have a feeling that you're kind of stuck, wondering where we go from here. And last week I covered that. Guys, you got to stay positive, and above all, look at the big picture. We have a really high winning rate, guys, and we carry on as we close out the month of May. Let's take a look. So, first of all, from May 18th, right over here, guys, you can see we had one carryover trade. It was the buy the Swiss franc, Japanese yen. And this week, at the beginning of this week, it closed out, or it hit our second take profit level. You can see that right there, guys. And wow, look at this, 66 pips in total, okay, from our entry to the second profit level. Now, the 3 brand new trades for this week on May the 25th, you can see I sent out an email, and guys, I do this by sending out emails. Guys, you can get the emails on your cell phone or mobile device, so there should not be any problem there. And again, it was for buy Euro Japanese yen. It ended up being a winner, guys. It hit the second take profit level for really an amazing 72 pips, guys. I mean, it gets pretty good, doesn't it? So on the next day, May the 26th, I sent out an email to all my subscribers and everyone who is on my VIP list. It was to buy the British pound Canadian dollar. Again, it was a winner. It did go up to the first take profit level right there, guys, and that was good for approximately 42 pips. Then on the next day, our last signal for last week on May the 27th, it was the buy British pound Audi. This went up really high, guys. This was a terrific winner. It also hit our second take profit level for a total of 76 pips. Now, if you add that all up, plus the carryover trade, guys, last week we made approximately 256 pips. That's fantastic. And over the last 3 weeks, approximately 735 pips. And now you can understand why I gave you this sermon at the beginning of this video, because I don't think a lot of you guys, I don't think everyone who is following my signals or receiving the signals really understands how well we're doing. Guys, it's really simple. All you have to do is follow my instructions, take all the trades. Don't get into any self-analysis, because in the past, guys, whatever you're doing wasn't working. So try not to introduce some of your bad habits into my trade signals. Take the signals, guys, and in the long run, you're going to make a lot of money just like I do, okay? So that's what happened. Let's take a look at the charts. Okay, and we'll go to the very first one. This was the carryover trade, the Swiss franc JPY. Okay, let's take everything off. You can see I in my original email I sent you this, guys. You can always pause the video. I give you the entry, the stop loss. Okay, the first and second take profit targets, guys. Here it is as well. There's the stop loss. Okay, and the entry was way back here, okay? This was right there, 121.27, guys. The next day it went down and reversed. And I think some of you even emailed me and said you got out of the trade because you thought it was going to go down. But guys, take a look here. And this is why I say, follow my instructions. I never told you, even the next day, I never told any of you to stop the trade or close out the trade. If the stop loss is right here, when price went down the next day, it never hit our stop loss, and it's there for a reason, guys. It protects us. It's good money management, and generally we're only risking 1%. So what? If price comes back down and hits our stop loss, okay, it hits our stop loss and you lose 1%. But that's way better than in the past, where a lot of you guys would allow a trade to run further down, in this case, and see if price would reverse and go higher, right? Okay, and a lot of you guys never had a plan for protecting your money. We do, guys, and that's what this free signal service is all about. All you have to do is watch my videos, take my instructions on my daily emails, and you're going to be okay. I'm going to save you from all that grief and headache and heartache that you had before while you're trading on your own. Okay, so the next day we have a nice positive candle, white here, bullish. So again, almost back to the same place as our entry. Okay, and you can see here, guys, the next day went up again. Okay, and the next day down a little bit, the next day. So this trade we held on to for a long time, but you see this candle with the high wick there? Okay, that hit our, if I can get the drawing tool, that hit our first profit target right there, guys. Okay, so right away it hit our first profit target. Okay, and then the next day, and by the way, general rule, okay, I want you to pay attention to this. General rule is when price hits our first profit target, we want to move our stop loss to just above break even, which is our original entry right here, 121, right? So we would have had our stop loss like right about there, right? And this next candle might have come down a bit, but you see, because we closed right there, we do not move. Pay attention. We do not want to move our stop loss, because even though it hit our first profit target and our first position was out with a profit, price did retrace. It was too close to the original entry. Okay, so in that case, you do not move a stop loss up on your second position. Okay, and you can see the next day price went up again and finally went all the way up to here, and it hit our right there, our second take profit level. So a lot of you could have gotten out of the trade, closed your second position. Some of you, though, if you were not watching a computer, you're greatly surprised that price hit here, and once it came all the way here, then you could have closed your position with a really good profit. And so there we go. There's more to this trade, but I'm just going to leave it for that. So most of you, I'm sure, got out right there with a really good profit. Okay, so let's go on to our next winning trade, and that was the buy Euro Japanese Yen. I sent that out in an email on May the 25th. Okay, guys, and you can see here is the entry. Okay, I'm just going to get my drawing tool. Entry was at 133.20. Okay, so we got in right here on this candle, the close of this candle, guys. Okay, let me take that off. The next day, it went down just a little bit. This is called a resting candle. And if you want to know what resting candle means, go back to some of my previous videos and start learning, okay? And then, of course, the next day went all the way up here and hit not only our first profit target, okay? Here's our first profit target right there, but it also hit our second profit target with this candle. So guys, this was a really huge winner. Again, congrats to all of you who took this trade, okay? Now we're going to move on to the second trade of the week. When I say second trade, I'm talking about a brand new trade, okay? Not to carry over. And this was the buy British pound Canadian dollar, guys. It was issued on or sent to you on May the 26th. Again, here's the information. And again, you can take a look. Here's the stop loss, 1.7016. The entry was 1.7117. First take profit target, second take profit target right there, and we got in right here at on this candle. Okay, you see this candle? There's our signal right there, and you can see the next day it did not quite hit our first profit target, but the final trading day of the week, okay, you can see it hit our first take profit target with this candle, and it has retraced in the meantime. So again, it's retraced pretty close to the entry, our original entry. I would not move the stop loss just yet. You can if you want, because the next day, maybe the first trading day of this week, price may come back down and take out our stop, but it's up to you. You can move the stop loss a little bit higher, or move it just to break just above break even. Okay, if you want to, if that's only if you have a second position in play. Okay, for those people that don't, that close the trade with the first take profit, then there's no more further instructions for you. Okay, so this again was a winner. It did hit the first take profit target. Again, congrats to all of you who took this trade. And then finally, the last trade signal of the week. Okay, this was the buy, the British pound Australian dollar. This is the original email sent to you. And let's take a look here, guys. This is, I'm just going to use my drawing tool. This is the stop loss that I issued. Okay, so by the way, this was our signal. Okay, and we got in right there, right? But here's our stop loss. Here's our entry either at the close of this, basically the close of this candle, or the open of this candle. We're trading on the daily charts. Okay, keep that in mind. And with this candle on the last trading day, it not only hit our first take profit target right there, but hit our second take profit with this high wick there, or line or shadow, whatever you want to call it. Okay, hit our second take profit target of 1.8416. So again, big congrats to all of you who took this trade, guys. And again, holy cow, another winning week with no losses. And guys, we've had several of those since I started my service, right? So this is not a rare occurrence, guys. We do have many winning trades, and generally I'm hitting very close to an 80% winning rate. Okay, so with that said, let's continue. Okay, let me just continue here. Before we get into the mini lesson, which is basically installing the currency strength indicator, I have a full disclosure for you. In fact, I call it a no bull disclosure. Okay, and basically, do you know that I personally follow all the instructions to my free trade signals that I send out to you? So whatever I send out to you, I do follow myself. Okay, and this is the disclosure. I don't change anything. I don't take pending orders. I take market orders after I send you the signal. So yes, I don't wait for price to retrace for better entry. But you can if you have the time to sit by your computer. I just don't. And when I provide updates on previous trades, and usually after I send out a signal, I send out an update the next day, okay? Once again, I follow my own instructions. I don't do anything different, okay? So I don't understand why you guys can't follow my instructions, okay? Otherwise, how do I know my system really works if I don't follow my own advice? My success is based on my experience, and I only want you to succeed, but only if you follow my instructions. Okay, so that's really really important. And again, I want you to know that I'm successful because when I send out my signals to you, and please understand, I'm not changing anything, I'm not doing anything different, I'm actually taking the signals as I send them out to you, and I'm not changing a darn thing. Okay, so, and when I say close the trade, then I close the trade. When I say keep the trade open till the next day, that's what I do myself. So guys, simply just follow my instructions. Okay, now installing the currency strength meter. I've got some emails from some of you who had problems with this. Guys, this indicator is really the same as any other indicator that you would install on your MT4 charts. Okay, so again, here's the summary, and I'll see if I can elaborate on this in just a moment. So the very first step, and these are the steps pretty well in order. Number one, okay, don't open the link. So when I sent you the indicator in the email, you found the thumbnail picture below the email, or the link below the email. You don't click to open it. Instead, you click either the arrow or somewhere it says download, because what you want to do is download. Okay, you want to download the indicator, to your computer first. It'll either go in the downloads file or you can download it to a documents file. It doesn't really matter as long as you remember where you downloaded it to. Then second, then you go to that file on your computer, okay, it's number 2, and you want to copy and paste to your MT4 indicators folder. So we'll do that in a moment when I go to my charts, okay? So that's the second thing you do. So you copy and paste where you downloaded it on your computer, and you want to go to MT4 charts, and then you're going to find what's called the indicators folder. Number 3, you now want to check to see if the indicator is in the navigator window, okay? And I'll show you when you've got your charts open how to find the navigator window, because that's where you find all your indicators, okay? And your EAs and anything else you've downloaded. Number 4, you now need, and I'm sure many of you have forgotten, you now need to close your charts or to refresh your charts, because that's the way the indicator is now populated and getting ready to work, okay? So you need to do this, and I'm sure some of you have forgotten. So you got to close your charts first. Once you installed it in the indicators folder, okay? So close your charts, then restart your charts or reopen your charts or refresh it, and I'll show you how to refresh your charts, okay? Number 5, you now, from your navigator window, you want to drag the indicator to one chart, not to all the charts. This indicator, you're going to choose one chart. It doesn't matter which one. And then you're going to drag it to the chart, okay? And with your mouse. Number 6, you may not see the full indicator below your chart because it'll show below your charts. But you're going to have to do something to adjust the chart size to see this indicator in full. Again, you're going to use your mouse to do this, and I'm going to show you that. And then finally, make sure the inputs are correct. Last week, I did send you the correct inputs for the indicator. So find out where the inputs are. You downloaded them somewhere, okay, and make sure that they're correct. So on the chart, you would open up your indicator and just make sure that the inputs are correct. Okay, so those are the steps that are involved in installing the indicator onto your charts. Okay, I'm going to repeat the steps again, and I've opened up one of my charts here. And the very first thing I did mention is when I did send the indicator by email, you received it, and it was located at the below your email. And the first thing you do is don't just click on the link, okay, or the thumbnail picture. Look for the word download, or look for an arrow download or something like that, because you have to download it to your computer first, and then remember where you downloaded to. Now the next thing, step number 2, you copy and paste it to your MT4 indicators folder. So to do this, take a look up here at File, guys. That's what you're looking for. You click on File when your charts are open, okay? Let me just take it off, and I'll do that right now. Okay, just a second. Okay, so you click on the file, and then you see a menu opens up. You click on Open Data Folder. Okay, so it's just one click. Okay, and there we go. We got the data folder. Then you click on MQL4. You click on that, guys. And once you click on that, okay, then that will open up the indicators folder. So this is a double click, indicators right there. So you click on that, okay, click on that or double click on that. And when this folder opens up, then that's where you're going to copy and paste this indicator. Remember, it's called the MQLTA MT4 Currency Strength Lines Indicator. You all received that, or everyone who's receiving my free trade signal signals got that. And if you're a brand new subscriber, then again, like I said, you email me again, remind me to send you this indicator. Okay, so once you double click on indicators, you'll copy and paste it in this folder. That's really important. Okay, now the next thing, you want to take a look here at view, because you want to open up the navigator window if you don't have that open up on the left side of your charts already. So again, guys, take a look here at view. Okay, and we're going to open up the navigator window. Okay, there's view, and you can see, you can view all these windows, and there's the navigator window, guys. So you click on that, okay, and this would show up, and I've got a zillion indicators on here, guys, so don't try to copy that. Look for MQLT, okay, and let's take a look where it's scrolling, there it is right there, okay, MQLT, MT4, currency strength lines indicator. Okay, if you see it there, then the next thing, guys, is you have to close your charts or refresh. I don't actually close down my charts and reopen them. I go to this right here. You see that? Take a look, guys, right there. Okay, we're looking at the word indicators, and what you want to do is click on that, right click, and just click on refresh right there. So when you refresh, it'll take maybe a few seconds. The screen may blink a bit, but and you see my mouse is turned into a clock there, sand clock there. So once that's done, and then there you saw the blink. Okay, guys, and then we can now drag the indicator to the chart. Okay, let me scroll down again to the indicator. You have to find it. MQ. There we go. There it is right there. All you do with your mouse, left click, I guess, and then drag it. You see the little, look at my mouse pointer right here. Do you see a little rectangle? That means it's actually working. It's dragging onto the chart. So just click on and let go. Okay. This comes up, guys, right here. Let me just take that off. And that's the indicator right there. And you're interested in the inputs. Okay, these are the inputs. So I sent you that last week. Okay, and just make sure that the inputs are done correctly here. Okay, and then you can click on the X here. So the indicator is on the charts, and we just need to find it. Okay. Okay, I just want to go back, and I forgot one important thing here is, again, when we drag the indicator to the charts, okay, you drag it right to the charts and let go, you've got to click on here OK. So it's not automatic. You have to click on OK, and there it is at the bottom. I've done it twice already, okay? Now remember, I've only dragged the indicator to one chart. You don't do this to all the charts. You just need to remember, and you should write it down, the chart that you drag this indicator on, it'll always appear right below any other indicators you have. So here's the chart, guys, right there. Here's one indicator, here's another indicator, and this is below. It always comes, it's the last little window below all the other windows below your chart. Okay, so now you only see two lines here, and what you got to do is you have to now eliminate all of this by clicking your mouse on these lines, on these horizontal lines, drag them up as much as you can, drag them up, okay, and drag it up, and then drag this up, okay. And let's take a look here. Okay, if you only see two lines or something like this, and you don't see the other lines, what you got to do with your mouse, right click on one of the lines, okay, right clicking, okay, and then you go to the properties. You're going to open up the properties window again where the inputs are. So just click on that, okay, and this is what's missing, okay. So you've got to scroll down and draw all currency strengths. So it may be set at false by default. So what you want to do is double click. There's a little arrow. Click to true. Click to true. okay, and then okay. And now you have all your lines. Now what I do is I right click on anywhere here, and okay, just a second. I right click because I want to show the properties. You can see I click on the properties, I click on colors and the background right here. You can see that right here. Okay, there's colors in common, so I'm on the colors tab. I want to change that to black to be able to really see it. Okay, and then the grid is, I'm just going to change it to, this is really important as well, guys. So maybe it doesn't matter. Just pick a light color. So you change the background to black. The grid, because you want to see the vertical lines for each day, that's to a light color. Click on OK. Always remember to click on the OK. Okay, and there we go. We've got you can now see it very clearly. And I'm sorry. Not the grid. We got to go back to, hang on, we got to go back to properties. Okay. So we click that to, we change the background to black, but what we want to do is we want to go to the, but to see this on your charts, take a look up here, guys. Go to common. Okay. Common and show the grid. When you click on that, show grid, you now got all these vertical lines, okay? And then make sure of here, guys, it's set to D1, your time frame, because we're trading on the daily charts, okay? So if you want to make these a little bit larger again, take a look up here, guys. See this plus and minus? This is zoom or zoom out. So we're zooming in. Click on that, okay? Click on that, okay? There you go. And you can now see the lines much easier. You can change some of these lines according to the colors in my input as well, okay? This one's hard to see, so you'll want to change that color. And again, you'll see this at the top left corner. This is your menu guide for the different individual currencies. Okay, so that's what I do, guys. This is how you install it. Hopefully it's not too complicated. And guys, email me. Let me know if you were able to install it according to my instructions. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, that it really helped you, and hopefully you're not too offended by my no bull sermon at the beginning. I really believe that a lot of you guys need to step it up because it's so easy. I don't think there's any educator or online guru or coach that really gives you the amount of education I do, which is really simple, guys, and gives you exact trade signals with take profit, target levels, and stop loss. Okay, and like I said, the full disclosure, guys, and full transparency. I take every single trade signal I send out. I'm making a ton of money. My account is growing like crazy, guys, and there's no reason in the world why your account doesn't grow as well, as long as you follow my instructions. So for the new subscribers, if you want to receive my free trade signals, send me your email address with your name and what country are you from, okay? I'd just like to know that, and I'll put you on my VIP list. Send your email to mine. Right here you can see mskyj007@gmail.com. Again, it's mskyj007@gmail.com. So not only will you receive all the daily free signals, and you'll also receive the weekly weekend video that gives you always further training and a lesson on top of the on top of the daily signal. So guys, that's it. Take care. Again, this is me. Cheers from Canada. Don't forget to subscribe, and please, please make sure you hit the like button. I'd like to get some encouragement and find out how many of you guys are liking my videos. So take care, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.